I'm going to have my friend Lauren come up, and she is going to share a little bit about how God has impacted her life.
Thanks, y'all. I'm Lauren Feinberg. My dad was Jewish, but Judaism didn't really fit me because Jewish Orthodox holidays are kind of like Franklin barbecue. The food is great, but it's delicious because you had to sit around smelling it for 3 hours before you could eat it. Right? So my dad passed away when I'm little. We move, the schools are bad. So mom puts me in kindergarten in Catholic school. And church is beautiful and it seems important, but I don't really understand. It doesn't click for me. So 3 years later, we move again. Schools are good. Mom puts me in public elementary school, and I don't like these loud children. And I miss my friends, and everything about moving sucks. My vending machine God gave me a dud, so I'm out. This whole religious thing is not for me. And then in high school and college, I was academically competitive. And I started to identify as evangelical atheist. I was sarcastic about religion because I'm in grad school pursuing a PhD in molecular biology at 22. Clearly, I am capable of understanding right versus wrong and disciplining myself in the pursuit of difficult and meaningful things. I have curated this image of who I want to be. Now say it with me, pride comes. I have dropped out of grad school, and my friend invites me to church. It's not my thing. Sleeping in is my thing. Churchy people talk about relationship with God, and I don't know what that means. They hear music that I don't hear, and I could dance around and play along, but I would be lying. So my friend who asked me, I love her, so I went. And the speaker tells his story of how the night before he's about to finally launch his ministry, he has a stroke in his sleep, and he wakes up paralyzed, and he spends the next year just demolishing himself until finally he realizes all of that negative self-talk is the voice of the enemy. And I hear, and I realize, like, my neck is wet, and my face, and it dawns on me that I am openly, publicly, ugly crying. And I'm whimpering, I'm the enemy. Because grad school wasn't plan A, and now it's time for plan B. Like, grad school was plan, and when I failed plan, I was fail. And that was the perspective that my performance-based identity afforded me. But here was this pastor, like, telling his story, and he's telling my story. So when my friend said, hey, do you want to come to the class after church? I said, okay. And it's a bunch of people sitting around at tables, watching a video and talking about it after. And that was familiar. So the lights go off, screen comes on. Big block letters, biblical roles for men and women in marriage. Lauren, control your face. Keep your mouth shut. Do not offend these nice people. And you can leave in 40 minutes. But then it was Ivy League scholars saying things like, a husband's role is to be to his wife what Jesus was to the church and to lay down his life to make her clean and holy and blameless. And honestly, That sounds pretty good. That sounds good. And a woman's role is to be cheerleader, in that whether the team is winning or losing, you cheer for your team. Because when a man is down, he needs to know that in her heart, his wife believes that he is a good man. And I'm like, but where's the part where you tell me I should be barefoot and pregnant in the kitchen, and I should listen to my husband and do whatever to make him happy and don't ask questions, and shame on me for pursuing a career outside the home? Like, I was waiting for the message that matched my negative experience of Christians that I had based my sarcasm on, but I didn't find it. Actually, the more I read the Bible, the more I found beautiful things. And the more I understood the nature and character of God, the more I started to hear music, and I realized that this was the fit for me.
Thank you for sharing your story, Lauren.